Most places I've been, there's not been anything like I'm going to get thrown across the room or stabbed or... Well, it's like spirits of people, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Very rarely you come across somebody who's very evil.
Yeah.
So why would every haunted place have an evil spirit in it?
Yeah, you're right. And I personally, I didn't even go to my phone then. Give me a chance. I ain't touching it. I'm not touching it. Leave me alone. Oh, Mum, I'm a Zippo.
It's going to let me do it now.
Right, you can turn it off, please. Thank you. I love you.
How cool is this though?
That is good, isn't it? You can't really see it. I'm relying on my mobile phone here.
But they'll be here. You could hear it.
Go on, one more time for me. Thank you very much. Do you need our help? Well, that could be a yes or no. I didn't say yes or no, did I? I don't speak beep. Right, hang on. Shh.
2 for yes, 1 for no.
Yeah, do 2, yeah.
No. Or don't you know?
That could be a yes.
No.
Oh,
I think somebody's playing.
I think you're playing. Do you love this? Give a big beep if you love this.
No.
Oh.
Don't you like doing that then?
I've got mixed feelings about this. I think someone's having us on. Right. Do you like doing this, like having a laugh with us? Just do one beep, it's fine. Or are you trying to get our attention for something?
It's not going to do it now. He doesn't want to talk to us.
You see, that's what gets me.
Yeah. It's almost like a kid poking its head around the door, and as soon as you put your attention to it, it's like, no, I'm not here.
Yeah.
It's a naughty kid, isn't it? Like, what are you doing out of bed? It's that kind of thing, isn't it?
Is it because, are you saying, is it because we've communicating with it now and it's gone shy and it's like, oh, I've been caught.
You caught us. Yeah.
There's nothing there. There's no flies. I mean, it wouldn't go off with a fly anyway.
No.
There's no breeze.
Nobody's got walkie-talkies in the building, so it wouldn't be like walkie-talkies being set off. That won't set it off.
Table felt like it like someone did that. I don't know.
But that wouldn't go off.
One night I was upstairs, I was working in the building on my own, and I was sat there working on the mirror, and the back staircase I could hear a pair of boots coming up the stairs. Anyway, when I went to the door to investigate it, there was no one
there. Hollow. We've heard scratching from behind here. We don't know if it's spiritual, animal, we don't know.
Right, as I'm doing my walk around, I will interlace little bits from Amy and Barry. When we were here, we were chatting away at the Paranormal Research Centre about the activity that they experience and the artefacts that they've got here. So Barry's going to do a little walk and just explain a little bit more, because obviously he knows better than what I do.
This is an interesting war room, this. You've got, for example, the Anderson shelter. A genuine Anderson shelter this, from a back garden. You imagine, all you had to stop a German 45-pound bomb land on your head was a piece of tin and some sandbags, some dirt. You imagine the fear and panic people sat in these, not just hours, but days on end. You can't imagine what they went through. You have the old wheelchair. Now this came from a recuperation hospital, and people who do sit in this chair do tend to get funny sensations around their legs. And ironically, the last people to sit in it passed away with no legs. With child's gas mask. Now, paranormal and history go well together, I believe. Now imagine a baby went into this, believe it or not, but the problem with this was the baby had to have someone to care for it. Bellows. Oxygen had to be pumped into this mask. What happens if something happened to this carer or guardian? The poor thing suffocated. Can't be nice.
My private team was here.
Yeah.
We were doing some filming.
Which team is that?
Gap Paranormal.
Right, okay.
Okay, and I was in the back room with AD. We were doing some talking, doing some filming and that lot. And Rich was doing a walk around, like one of my ex-team members. And the cabinet door was open. It could be down to floorboards, like dodgy magnets. Anyway, that weren't even the interesting part. The mannequin that's up there was two mannequins sat next to each other, and one of them started sliding forward and it hit the ground with such a bang.
So the next room, a little bit more different. That's crap English, but this room has a lot of dolls, figures, and other artefacts in here. Now this isn't meant to be the most spooky room, but this is certainly one that has the creepiest stuff.
Anyway, we come running in thinking he'd walked into the cabinet or kicked a camera over, called him a load of names and that lot. And he was like, no, never touched anything. Didn't touch anything. Anyway, in front of all of us, the second one slid in forwards in front of all of us, and it's the ground.
Really?
Yeah, the interesting thing about it was Armistice Day. Can't wait to show you the photograph as well.
I know. Right. There is a story, and I'm not going to go into it too much. There was a lady that was here. I'm not sure if she resided here because it once was a dwelling. But apparently she was pushed down the steps behind me, where she died.
These stairs are original to this building. Now there has been a death on those stairs many years back, and but they are quite narrow, steep steps. So when you do use those steps, be wary footwise.
Which could have been the case. Could have easily been the case. You want me to tell you what I can hear, don't you? I'm just trying to listen out. It sounded like a child. Like a noise. That was crap, sorry. And something moving, something brushing. There is another room through there, which I felt quite comfortable with, but apparently that's the most spookiest room, which I'll take you through to next. But I just thought while I'm here, sit in this room full of creepy dolls, to see if anything potentially could happen.
Now this is an interesting room, is this, because you've got not just dolls looking everywhere, but what would you say is creepier? A doll with a face or a doll without a face? For example, you've got two dolls up here without faces. Maybe like a raggy doll effect, but it's believed children with such as autism and things like that could actually stamp their own character to it, so it doesn't make them feel like it's being imposed on top of them, so they can create their own character. But a lot of people don't like dolls or clowns for some strange reason. With some I can understand why, but some are beautiful pieces of artwork. But it does seem that when people pass over, they don't want to let go of them. We've got this young lady for a start in the glass cabinet. She has quite got a tragic story really, because you can't really tell from where you are now, but she has got no eyes. Her eyes actually went into her body. And the reason why we keep her in this glass case is because she's so fragile, but it is claimed she does have a spiritual attachment. So in respect to the spirit who owns it and the previous owner or whoever is connected to it, we don't let people touch her. Now, Paul, the ventriloquist doll, he's been known to be thrown off his chair quite a few times. I mean, he's sat in a position now, he cannot fall forward. No, and if he would fall, he'd either fall this way or that way. We don't believe it's actual Paul what's got the possession, but the actual chair. Apparently the previous owner doesn't like people, especially Paul, sat in his chair. And it's a rocking chair, but even rocking now, it moves a little bit. We don't know what causes it, but this is the whole point of the research centre. Paranormal, I mean, it's to be researched.
Yes, so the fables continue. Now, when I came into this room earlier on, there is a doll rather, on a tricycle, and I thought her expression was a little bit odd. And Barry was just saying this doll's called Anna. Is that right?
It is.
And I'm going to explain a little bit more about why she's maybe smiling the way she is and why she's on this tricycle.
Well, for some reason, this tricycle seems to be a favourite toy. Now, she has moved around a lot on her own, which used to be parked over there. Now, we know the floor is uneven, but we tend to find that she moves, like, for example, uphill, which is really, against gravity, is a bit unorthodox, really. But she is a favourite of the centre, and a lot of people come just to see her.
There's one thing you notice about this building is it's proper wonky. So if the camera looks like it's tilted off slightly, I'm trying to correct it. But this floor is off and it is creaky, which is a bit against the grain when you're trying to listen for stuff. But there's some old beams and things as well. And I was saying before that, can you imagine that these old beams have come from like somewhere historic? Well, they have, I was told. A lot of the building materials have come from another place. But we don't know how long that place has been there. But some of the beams here are proper old. I reckon they go back to 15th, 16th century. I don't know, maybe more. But those beams could have come from oak forests that could have been almost 1,000 years old. So full of history. Amazing.
Funny how the REM's gone.
This is a slightly different video as per usual. I know, kind of wander around abandoned places, sneaking into places, which is a civil matter before you say anything else. This is different. I've been
Only if you're
invited.
caught.
Well, only if you're caught, I know.
It's only a civil matter if you're caught.
I'm sovereign. Bring me the injured party. I appear in special. But we're here officially in Hinckley, which is in the county of Leicestershire. That sounds quite nice in the Lancashire accent. Leicestershire. And we're at what I was calling Harpic, which isn't the cleaning solution. It's more of a case of
HAPRC, which if you're into the paranormal, you will probably have heard of.
Yeah. Liz is very much in there, a well-respected professional in the paranormal industry.
Sorry.
Now, this is the older part of a building, and people believe it's the more negative side of a building. Now, when I moved into this office, it was a Saturday afternoon, and in the building for myself and Ames, my partner, downstairs doing some resin work. So we knew the building wasn't in contaminated with people. And I was in there moving some stuff around, and there was a metal headboard, a bed headboard. So what I decided to do is, so it wasn't in my way, I propped it on the other side of the door against the door, so it wasn't in my way, basically. Clean coming out, and I heard noise out here, which I thought nothing of, really. I thought it might be Ames. But the door handle itself is the old mortise type door handle. It went like this, quite distinctively, and the door went forward. Now, it banged into the headboard. It was quite a clout as well. And I thought it was my partner. I said, I won't be a minute, thinking it was her. I moved the headboard, came out, no one was here whatsoever. And I thought, strange. So I went downstairs, and Ames was still doing the resin work.
What was that?
What?
Like a hum or a buzz?
I heard a buzz. Like a bee.
Yeah.
Like a big bumblebee.
Like it had been interfered with, and
Yeah.
you know, like when they've been in a flower.
Yeah. Or they're stuck on a
Yeah.
dizzy
they
bee
want
on
to get
the
out.
windowsill. I heard that.
It kind of came from the shade.
Yeah, I heard it from over there.
Now, welcome to the occult area. Now, the occult area is in the darker part. We say people say the darker part of a building, but I say the older, more aged part. Now, in this area in particular, we've got a few local items. You've got the doll in the case. We tend to find in the centre what we tend to do if you don't want people to touch things. In this building, you can touch anything you want within reason. But the ones in cases, we don't let people touch, because this one in particular, she has got a broken arm. And the story goes the previous owners who actually dropped her accidentally, the person who did it, a couple of weeks later, broke her own arm. Is it coincidental? Who knows how. But there's also been a death link to it as well, because of mistreatment of a statue. We don't know in what context, but that's the story we got, and that's how it came here to be about. You've also got the Nacondi, these two chaps. Nakondis are quite interesting. They're not malicious or demonised or whatever, thing like that. But you imagine the old days, you remember someone says to you, I'll make you a deal, for example, a gentleman's handshake, we'll do a deal type thing, shake your hand. That's how you do it in the old days. Today we'd have a witness of something like a judge or a priest or something like that, like a wedding vows, a captain even. With these cases, notice the nails. Each nail represents a promise or a deal. What happens is two parties would come together, they'd have a deal with each other, whatever that deal was between those two parties, and they'd approach one of these dolls. If you have got spiritual attachments and the spirit attached would be the witness. What would happen then? You would say some kind of incantation, you'd bang a nail in, that would bound your deal. Now, should that deal get broken by either side of a party, the spirit attached would find its own way to punish that bundle how it saw fit. And the only way to undo that deal is to come back to it, both parties, and agree mutually about a disagreement and remove the nail.
Do you know how we say that in Birmingham?
Oh.
Buzz.
Oh, well, yeah, well, in East Lancaster, Buzz.
Buzz.
Yeah.
And what did we hear?
Shit.
What did we hear?
You can have that back.
A buzz.
One little thing that you were talking, I know you've gone onto the camera now, but you were showing a picture downstairs when Amy was talking, or you were talking about a photograph that was taken up here.
Yes.
And there was a lady that was scrying where you stare into a mirror.
That's right.
To see what image comes back.
Yeah.
And the photograph showed what I would say, in my interpretation, was 3 anomalies, which is fantastic to get. I mean, to get one is bloody good. Now, her face looked like it had changed shape. I don't know what expression she was pulling at the time.
Distorted, if anything.
Yeah, it was quite weird. It does look like there's someone stood there, the shoulder of a shadow. That on its own is fantastic, however. I thought it was a mirror when you showed me it, but it's not. It's the doorway. It's a doorway to the room that you say is the most paranormal, and it looks like a beast. And listen, as everyone knows when I talk about this, it's very rare I use devil, beast or anything like that, because I don't tend to go in that direction. I try to be a little bit more on the surface, spiritualist, rather than too much of the dark. What do you think? I'm happy for you to be sceptical. I'm happy to downplay it or whatever. You know, I'm always dead free with that. I listen to people's comments and I value people's comments. I personally think to get a trinity of events in one photograph is a rarity, and to do that is fantastic.
I got something red just up there.
Say again?
Something red shot up.
Did you get it on camera?
Looked like it was red.
Really?
Yeah, just then when you just in the last part of the speech, where you stood, it came just up there.
Oh, brilliant.
It looked like it was red.
Little experiment. We think we've actually caught something secondary to what we actually wanted. You were just saying something red.
It
so.
might have been my imagination, but it caught my eye, or whatever it was.
Right. That light is flickering as well, I've noticed. That doesn't, out of all my lights, I never have any issues with that. That's either...
We had a TV in a few weeks back and the lighting there was going manic in the doll's room.
Right.
For no reason. They all work perfectly, the lights in this place. Yeah.
Looks like Darren Brown, doesn't it? Right, so we'll go into this room through this aperture and we'll have a nosy. But I was here earlier having a wander around like I was doing before on my own, just getting a feel of the place and having a wander around. Now the room behind us there is supposed to be the most haunted room. However, shadow figures are meant to be lurking in the void across here. This room here has got what looks like witchcraft artifacts, along with mirrors, cracked mirrors. This place is an absolute orchestra of bizarre artifacts. If you want to visit here, of course the link is in the description area down below. It is worth coming to see. just for pure entertainment of seeing the stuff that is here. It's an amazing collection. But there are rooms where you can practice some spiritual events, affairs, which is not something I'm into. I don't do Ouija boards. I don't do all that business. I'm just happy being me.
And I'm on the phone basically reenacting. That was me. Blah blah blah. And I saw what I saw there. Really strange it was. It was a blonde haired, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, but going by the I would guess the height's probably about up to here on me.
Really?
And it was so quick as well, but it was distinctive blonde hair. People believe this one's the most prominent building a room in a building. That's strange, that.
Does that normally flicker?
Nope. Yours was flickering.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That never flickers. It either goes dim.
It's LED, isn't it? So it don't flicker.
Yeah. If the batteries run out, it just goes.
Yeah.
It goes low.
Yeah. And I came into it. It's funny you should mention lights as well, because I came into it pitch black. I know where the lights are. Just here. I'm for a different background, because this whole fireplace, what you see here, is quite an interesting fireplace, because you get a lot of people who claim there's a draft wind from it, which is impossible because it's not flued up. It actually came from no vicarage, which was saved and we brought it up here.
Right.
It's a beautiful fireplace. It's shaped to destroy it, but we get people saying they feel drafts. But this particular time, I'll set my laptop up onto it, my back towards the fireplace, and
I have no idea what's going on.
This light, one of these candles like this one, was flickering. Now I would have noticed when I came into this room. Now it didn't flicker. When I checked it underneath, it was on the off position. It was really weird, but I don't find it scary. I think it's better way to tell us that, well, we're here, and not people look at ghost hunting as negative. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like in life, you come across good and bad people by all means. And it's the same kind of thing. Give them respect you would expect, you'll be fine.
Shared space.
Exactly. So when we're talking like we're talking.
Yeah. This is what I was doing from the start, and I've done this with Liz before, and we were having a laugh in the seance room, and that's when her REM pod was just going off. And every time I went to my phone to film it, it'd stop. Yeah. And I was like, go on, you can do it, and it went off again. It was seeing the video. Yeah. But I'm the same as you, yeah. It sounds like I'm just wanting to follow your lead, but it's interesting because you just are. I've never come across anyone who's got a similar apathy to me. Yeah. And it's interesting because when I speak to people, you look at you as if you're alien, and I'm the same. I don't use much equipment. I use Necrophonics on my phone because it's something I've liked using. Other than that, I've been the cat.
I don't use mobile phones. I don't really like to call them investigations unless it's a deep one, because ghost hunts and investigations are two different things altogether, I believe. Yeah. But when it comes to mobile phones, people always say put it in flight mode. It doesn't do a thing. No. All flight mode does, it suppresses the message getting to you. Yeah. It still receives a message. Yeah. But it stops it getting to you. Yeah. All what happens when you turn it back on, you go ping, 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 ping.
So that's why I don't use GhostTube really, or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, you can use them in some respect. Recording devices, very good for recording device. And the cameras, I mean, these days, I love photography. Yeah. Now, I tend to find with ghost photography, I don't really like to call it's paranormal photography, because with technology these days, I mean, I've got a Pixel phone, and the things I can do on that are phenomenal. Yeah. And so how do you know what you've been presented with is genuine? Yeah. So I tend to prefer 35mm. If you've got it on if you've got it on camera, you've got a negative to prove it as well. Yeah. Yeah. And it got double evidence there. It
looked like in a peripheral something yellow was moved in that direction over there near those. What are they?
Jars.
Jars. Yeah. Right. You mentioned something before. What goes on up here then?
Yeah. Well, we've got. As you know, behind you there's a big large mirror. That has been known to be a portal. I mean, I've got a theory about mirrors as well, because a lot of people don't like to stick with mirrors in bedrooms. I mean, I don't mind them, but I mean, it makes you wonder. I want to say epiphany, but to imagine, I looked in the mirror and I think, what if I'm a reflection and that's the real side?
Yeah, okay. It's
quite deep, that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But the belief is that being a portal, things come through. Yeah. Now, you mentioned this side of the room. Now, because there is the opposite side, there is a window down there, but it is blocked off, so there's no light intrusions whatsoever. And there's no traffic because no road is pedestrianised. So you don't get any traffic or anything big. But what happens if somebody comes through that room? You've got the wind chimes just behind your head. Yeah. And you've also got, there's just above here, there's a shelf. It's got a lot of crockery, a lot of chinaware, a bit like these things. Nice little bits of chinaware. And they're all spaced out all nicely. But the shelf, sometimes you get this quite a distinctive rattle.
Just briefly go through it again.
Yes, what happens sometimes is, like I say, something comes through in the mirror and you'll get this quite a distinctive rattle. So you hear the crockery banging away. And like I said before, there's no traffic down there, there's a path that's pedestrianised. So you get... And there's quite a bit of weight on there as well. And this is a scaffolding board. As you know, scaffolding boards aren't lightweight.
Yeah.
What the thing is, what the notion is, belief with these things is, there is allegedly something trapped in, and most of the time I believe it to be negative.
Yeah.
Now what happens is, it may be just a bit of a box with a wax seal on it. I'll be a little bit closer, you can see.
So you called, I've heard them called dibbits.
Dibbuk.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's a box itself.
Yeah.
Now, it's sealed with wax. Now, you think a bit of wood and a bit of cardboard and a bit of wax, you think nothing's good. But you get the incantation as well. There's things inside there. Now, it's weird because a few years back, a sort of team came up and actually opened one.
Right.
You know, with instructions not to do that.
Yeah.
And for a few weeks later, all hell went loose in this place. It went balmy. I mean, quiet. And the belief is it's like a genie in the bottles kind of thing.
Yeah.
What would happen is, whatever's encased inside there will give you promises, anything like that, to let it out. It's like a trickster in a way.
Mm.
Now then, anyone in this room with us right now, this corridor, you know me. You know I mean no harm. And I don't like talking to myself. Well, I do that half the time anyhow. But we're just having a chin wag of a chat. Come join us if you wish. I don't like calling them spirits.
Yeah, no.
Because these I can't have residents.
Yeah.
Or people come. It's like you or me. People are coming free to come and go as they please.
Yeah.
No one's trapped here. We don't keep people in cages or glass cabinets. There is a rumour of a doctor in this room as well.
Is this bag?
Yeah. Yeah, the rumour is the bag belonged to a doctor who did a couple of autopsies on Jack the Ripper's victims.
Oh.
That's a belief anyhow.
Let me down gently, why don't you?
Yes.
Crikey.
Yes.
That's the Facebook status.
That is enough, isn't it? Now, the chap in question, his name would begin with G.
George?
Yes, you already know.
Right. We had George through necrophonics.
Yeah. Now, the doctor himself is believed to... I mean, personally, I take it with a pinch of salt because I never experienced what they went through.
Yeah.
So I'm like to be impartial.
Yeah.
So the belief is that the doctor himself, he was not just the autopsist, he was also a backstreet abortionist.
Right.
And for a weekend, a bit of extra cash.
Right.
And he'd see some young ladies and they'd see him, well, for a few coppers and that, he'd do the deed. But his aftercare wasn't the greatest. And he had a mistrust of women. And a lot of ladies will come up here and spend time in this room and say they get a lot of stomach pangs and upsets you and feelings. And he doesn't like talking to the blokes apparently up here. So we had a team up here, one female group, and I was up here, and they didn't want me in the room. He didn't. But as he knows, I'm part of I'm a curator here, so I mean, I'm basically to make sure everybody behaves themselves on both sides of the realm.
Brilliant stuff. Right,
yep.
Well, we've had a good chat.
Yeah.
We've had a good walk round. I'm very impressed. I do like this place. And I'm glad it's a human coming upstairs.
Are you real people?
That got our attention.
That's all right.
It's been amazing to chat to you, mate.
Yep,
honestly.
Been a pleasure.
And I'll keep in contact with you all. And I do appreciate everyone tuning in, watching. And hopefully, as usual, if you've heard, seen and witnessed anything that we haven't, then join in the conversation area downstairs. And obviously I'll get back to you. But I would love to meet with you guys again sometime. And up until that time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, see you on the other side.
Take care.
Brilliant.
That's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Oh, I'm so shattered. Zero is not saying it's not paranormal. I'm sure you're not going to go there. It's just saying paranormal. That's paranormal activity. Been experienced. 5 is like dead certain. This is definitely haunted. Where would you put this place?
I'd definitely put it in a 4.5.
Wow, that's good.